Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks everybody for tuning back in to listening pleasure. We back at it. Week number two, starting episode season one, episode number one. Before we get into it, I want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in, chiming in, and for all the love we received week one. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect it. We received a lot of love, a lot of text inbox, mail with ideas, and people want to come on. But I have to say, I have to say this: it's a lot of people saying what they got, how they want to come on, and what they want to do. For listening pleasure, we all about the people. So we trying to grow. The more we grow, the more things we could do. So we got a lot of people clicking and liking. Excuse me, we got a lot of people coming in looking, not clicking and liking. But for those that want to be on the show, you must like and subscribe to our Facebook page if you have it, or YouTube channel, or something of that source. Either one of the medias, because you're seeing us one way or the other. It costs you nothing to click, like, and subscribe. That's all we ask, and we thank you for that. So I ain't gonna talk you to death about that today. I'm excited. We have a young man on the show today that we'll be interviewing. I could go on for days talking about him, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna let him do his talking. Uh, Three-sport athlete for Heritage High School in Newport News, Virginia. 4.04 GPA, and does plenty of other things. But for now, I'll leave that to him to introduce himself when I bring him on. So without further ado, y'all help me welcome today's guest, Derrick Gurley Jr.
What's up?
What's
My
going
name
on?
nothing. Just chilling. Just got done eating.
Oh, yeah. Some vegan food, huh?
Yeah.
Well, introduce yourself. Tell the people about yourself before I start.
All right. My name Derrick Gurley Jr., senior at Heritage High School. The starting quarterback for the last 4 years at Heritage. Was a captain on the varsity basketball team for the last 2 years. I ran track for 1 year, my freshman year. I laid off of that because I had to let my body rest. But um, involved in many other things in my school, like I was the vice president of DECA. I'm in this Men in the Making group, mentoring group, the yearbook committee, the student athletic leadership team, youth volunteer corps. What else? The National Honor Society, the Wellness Club. I think that's it. Oh no, and then community captains. But that's it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But first of all, before we get into this interview, I want to say congratulations on finally making your decision on what school you'll be going to continue for your education and to play the sport you love. So congratulations, man. I'm very proud of you as a
Appreciate it.
fan, as a coach, as an uncle, and as I'm just very proud of you, man. I don't know what to say, man. You do a lot.
Appreciate that.
No problem. So we're gonna start off to well, since we're talking about football, let's start off with the game of football. How old was you when you started the game of football?
I was, I believe, 5 going on to 6. Uh, Started off at the Spartans. Came in there. I remember the first day I was real nervous. I met the coach. He said something about my last name being Gurley, and I was just like, man, I was scared. But uh, came in. I remember before I even started playing football, my dad was training me to be a quarterback, but ended up playing center. But I still enjoyed it. I still had fun doing it. Whatever I was going to do, I was going to do it 100%. Didn't really care about where I was at. More, I just wanted to be on the field. I even was nervous about being on the field all the time, but I did everything 100%. I just remember suiting up for every game. My dad making up different little accessories with the socks we had. We would pull the socks over our cleats, come out real early to the field, walk around the field. The field was still wet from the morning. If you remember the early morning games, like it was for the youth football, but I just remember that feeling, and ever since then I love football.
Yeah, those were some great years, and in my opinion, I have seen a lot of youth football in the area, and those two or three teams we had at the Spartans. That last year for sure we was there. In my opinion, was the best
Hmm.
regular season youth football team put together.
Yeah,
That team we left that year, and that team had 30 something kids, and they split between 3 to 4 teams on the peninsula, and every team those kids went to went undefeated the following season wherever they was at. Like that just was an amazing job of the coaches and the kids, all the work and dedication they put in.
yeah.
So, how was your experience when you left from the Spartans? Where you go next?
Right after the Spartans,
Oh, we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to
no,
talk about where we
I,
went
I
to
want to
after the
get.
Spartans.
I ain't never said it though. I like to talk about it.
Okay.
So right after the Spartans, like you said, the undefeated season, it was getting that league was getting pretty easy. So we seen this new team, the Old Town Ducks, and it was pretty cool. So we went over there. Uh, what we do? I went over there with a couple of players. I hope players from everywhere was coming over there. Players from everywhere was going everywhere. Shut down, Ducks, wherever. But
Dion,
yep, Keon, Ebron,
Brian,
all of them. But Big John,
John.
we went to the Ducks and we dominated until we got to Pocosin. Pocosin beat us 6-0 regular season, first loss. And it was tough, but came back in the Super Bowl, had a game plan, ran Keon all game. Keon carried us all the way to a Super Bowl, so that was nice. That was nice. Then uh, after that, the next year we went undefeated. Nobody beat us. Went on to play All Star games no, we went on to play some tournament games in Richmond. Uh, I remember losing that in the cold, freezing. It was freezing. I remember that. I remember that, but other than that, oh, and then another next year we went undefeated again. Had more players on the roster from all over again. Some players from shutdown. Um, what we do? Went on to play
Tournament at the
one
postseason
more
tournament.
tournament after we won the Super Bowl. We went to play some more tournaments. Played against this All Star team. Well, that was stacked. I remember that. Then after that, we came back to play shutdown. Nobody want to talk about that though. They don't want to talk about that one.
Oh, we'll talk about it because they called us out all year. We was we was in the, as they say, the baby league. We had coaches on the field, and it was one of the best events for the city at that time. That was a very packed game. The city came out to watch, but they said we had the coaches on the field, and they had their whole coaches staff from 12U to 6U coaching all week, and it was a great game. We came away with the victory. That's how I just leave it at that. Great
Yeah.
game and great for the city.
That was one of the best games I ever been a part of. It was everybody was there. It was no cheap shots, no dirty hits. Well
Solid,
coached.
great football.
Both teams were well coached. It was great. That was fun. But after that, started going to All Star games. started going traveling around the world playing football, and it was felt different. People around knowing my name when I go somewhere, that was interesting. But I made sure that it didn't impact how I view myself. I tried to stay humble throughout the whole process, because but that was just who I am to begin with anyway. So, but
Correct.
went around playing the different All Star games, came back. Then we went to the Hokies. With the Hokies, we stayed there for three years again, and built the team from the ground up. We got Keon over there with us, got Big John Quincy with us. Uh,
That first year was brutal. We was 9 and 10 playing in the 12U.
yeah,
I still remember the one game at halftime. I remember the one game at halftime. Your mom was going into half, and you got sacked. The last one was playing the Vikings
uh,
against Los, and you got up. You was she said, "What hurt?" You said everything. Just was like, "Oh, that's it. I'm taking my baby out. I'm taking."
yeah, it was, man, that
Yeah,
that year was. But at the end of the day, though, I'm glad we did stuff like that, because
it made us
it
tough.
it prepared it, like playing up for that year and the next year. It was like it got me used to playing people that was gonna be bigger and stronger. You gotta work harder. You can't complain about it. Ain't no excuses. We played them all year. We never said anything about playing
Never
up.
cried. Lined up every week. Came back every week, and went to war.
And it was I still, still enjoyed it. Still came and played. Still believe we can win every single game. So it was the Vikings definitely was a challenge. And it's also interesting to see everybody that we played against in youth football go and do their thing on the high school level too. So it was just that's what's up to see that. But um
You
after that,
also spoke on. Oh, good.
oh what?
You also spoke on this, and I want to touch on that because I didn't you speak on the All Star. You say the All Star games and different people learning different things and challenges. So you're a part of. You played in the Diamond All American games from I believe fifth grade to your senior year to the last year you played in your senior year. You won Player of the Year, I believe, twice. MVPs and whatever. Explain to shout out to D1 Savage down there, Britt, Larry Kennedy and the guys. Explain to what how the D1 Savage exposed or you got exposure or what you learned from that.
Uh D1 Savage, Diamond Sports Group, that was like, it opened my mind to just how big the world of football is. Like how it's just people that's nice from all over the country, from even Hawaii. Like
Right.
it was just like surreal, and it was cool for them to give us that experience, that like we feel like a superstar. We really feel the credit that we deserve. Even the people that may be from an area that got more talent, an area that got less talent, we all came together. We all got to know each other, not even just with football, but we met each other before practice, met each other and hung out before the practices. So that was cool, and it was, and the exposure, people from all over the country, people from everywhere coming to see the games, people from everywhere watching their children, watching their family, and getting to see you as well. And then as the just the scouts that was there, and just it was
A
it's just
lot.
like a platform to where like you if you show out in that game, you got some people in your corner. You got some people that's watching you. So that was nice. It was, I loved every event from when I was playing to when I was coaching in them. It was great. It was great. I loved it.
Oh, you was coaching in them. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Who put you on the coaching in the events at a young age?
You and my dad. Shoot. You, my dad, my mom, we all was coaching at the same time. We all was just translating from what we knew from here down in there, and it was interesting to see the third, the fourth graders in there coming in with all their different personalities, different ways they knew what to do, and different ways they was used to back at home. Always get
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
always being in the game. It was interesting. The parents yelling at us, the parents yelling at me when I was the offensive coordinator. That was funny.
Yeah.
That was something.
Welcome to that side. It's always the coach's fault.
Yeah, but it was
So
cool.
on just one quick question on that. What has or did it coaching show you anything different to the game that you normally see or didn't see? Like did coaching open up anything different for your game?
That's a good question. See, when I was coaching, and it's just the little children, so it ain't too big, but it was a challenge on my leadership, challenge on different skills because you have to figure out a way to get what you're trying to coach through to them, no matter if it's whatever personality, visual learner, verbal learner, somebody who hard on themselves, somebody who don't listen to nothing, somebody who know everything. That was the challenge. It wasn't even about the X's and O's. Like if the people gonna listen to you, they can go run through a brick wall no matter what if you say it the right way. So it was more about how you said things. You gotta pay attention to the children. You gotta know their names, and it was real. It was like it was a challenge, but at the same time, it was fun. It
I
was
got a
very.
question to ask you, and I put it up on the screen. They say it's from Knox. Say, did you win the game you coached?
The first game, yes. First game, yeah. Second game, we lost. I think by I can't even remember. I'm not gonna lie, but we lost the second game. But we played the same team twice. The first game we won. We scored twice. I think it was 13-7 or something like that. And then the next game we lost. It was a close game too. But it was at the end of the day though. The games were so close in them All Star games. It was like it. No matter what, you had fun. Of
Yeah.
course, if you lost, it was like the game y'all just had back during the peak.
Don't do it.
That was crazy. That
7 seconds of death.
7 seconds left, throw a Hail Mary. Everybody knew it was coming. Still got it.
After we just milked the clock for 3 minutes to drive down and score, to leave 7 seconds on the clock to take the lead.
But
Unbelievable.
that's why I loved them games. It was
Hell of a game.
was interesting. No matter if it was a blowout, whoever blowing them out, they got somebody that you just gotta watch the whole game. It
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
it was cool. But yeah, the game I coached, we won the first game, lost the second game. It was a really the big thing about them All Star games don't even be the skill, it be the little stuff like getting the ball under center or fumbling all game. Like that be the bad thing. Then on the bigger level, those games always was close. So that's what was up.
I remember we was going back and forth and debating. You was like, "Nah, we want to do it like this and do it like," and I was like, "Nah, it ain't gonna work like that." You was like, "No, this how we do it and it'll work." And I remember after like second practice, you was like, "Now I see why y'all do some of them things that way." Yeah, that when you got a lot to hide at that younger age, man, it's you really have to put your thinking cap on. Like 2, 3 weaknesses could kill the game plan in the first drive.
Hmm.
So if you can't, a lot of people be like, "Oh, they keep doing this and they keep doing that," but till you behind that 8 ball and you don't know what's going on, it's tough. That's the one thing about you know coaching, and it keeps you sharp.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
speaking of that, speaking of sharp, how has football impacted you, especially in a mental way?
That's that part of the game is like my second favorite part. It's like it taught me to go hard at whatever you do. Like football, I know if I can go hard there, I can go hard with this. Like it was. You come to practice every day. You roll around in that grass that you don't like. You run around in the field hot with them shoulder pads on, helmet on, sweating. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do because you like when you in the game. And then especially when it comes to just the X's and O's and knowing what's about to come next, knowing what defense somebody in, knowing what what everybody does on the field. Because I was the quarterback, it was like I felt like, well, I was the leader, but I like it helped me be a leader. It helped me lead not only on the field but in my house, when I'm out with my friends, when I'm whatever I'm doing. It was like it's just the mental part of the game is a game of itself. It's like it's it's so much of a mental challenge as a quarterback, especially when you playing in a certain age bracket or a certain league like the Peninsula District. They gonna study you. They gonna know exactly what you're doing. Everybody knew what we had when we played, so it was like that mental
Not only you, your coach, they be on it all.
exactly. So it's like they know what we doing. Everybody know what each other's doing. Everybody know what you coming with. So you gotta outsmart them. You gotta outplay them. It's that mental tough. And then mental challenges on with playing football also come with the school. Going back to school after a loss, gotta hear that after you put all your heart out on the field. People don't know really what you're doing for real. People don't know how it feels, but you gotta just listen to it. And I'm not the person to be talking back to nobody, so I had to eat that. But just it's it challenges you mentally, physically, emotionally. It's just football is just a way of life. You go in there, you put in what you put out. You listen to your peers. You have conflict resolution. You got to deal with problems on your team. You got to learn how to deal with certain people on your team. You got to learn this personality, this personality. It was so much, but at the end of the day, I miss it every day now.
Yeah, it's going to be that way off and on, and it's a lot. Like you say, you got to eat some of those things, but that's what make you a smart guy, the better guy for the job. Because sometimes you could just learn from me and your dad. We would like to respond, fly off the handle quick to respond to some people sometimes. Sometimes it ain't even necessary because what you benefit from that, you know. Couple of comments down here. You got one of your cousins saying, "Hey, I showed that earlier." It's Kiana, and then she's commenting again.
I be seeing it pop up.
Yeah, okay. Moving right along. Great interview so far. This is a very important question for me because I know a lot that you do. As far as on your spiritual belief, you're eating in your body, you're working out, your outside life with your amazing young companion, which is valedictorian, by the way. Um, yeah, shout out to that. Um, Community service work, the DECA Club. I mean, it's just so many things. Football, basketball, bigger brother, house chores, everything. Like as a young teenager working, we didn't even put that in there. Doing side jobs, work. If I ain't mistaken, you was doing taxes at one time, weren't you? Or something of
Yeah.
that nature. Doing all types of work. Like, how was you able to handle that load and manage it all, and still keep a 4.0 for a GPA, and still be a great leader, solid quarterback, great young man in the community, great big brother, great just everything. Like, explain that part of it.
Really, like you mentioned at first, the spiritual first, like making sure, knowing that God got my back each and every day, knowing that everything happens for a reason allows me to be able to handle the tough things that come with one situation to where now, okay, I can focus on this, or okay, that might have went wrong for this reason. That's all right. let's move on to this. Or just making sure that I handle my like peace first. Like peace always gotta come first. And if you're peaceful, then you can handle anything. You can always roll something off your shoulder. And I feel like that's been a big part in my growth because, like you said, meeting Maya, the valedictorian, um, she really encouraged that spiritual growth on me. Just building a relationship with God, and after that, I started just eating better. And I already was working out. I already started eating a little better, but I really definitely just changed all around. Stopped eating all the meat. Went totally vegan. Of course, I lost some weight when I first started because I won't eat enough. But now I'm back eating enough of it, making sure I get my protein, making sure I get big enough to get prepared for college. But
I must miss those days when you weren't eating enough.
you said what? What you say?
I said I must have missed them days when you weren't eating enough.
I won't eating the right stuff enough. But
Oh, I could go for that. I could go.
like, but being able to handle that though, to me and my like from my point of view, it doesn't really seem that much because like that's just what I've been used to. Like one taking on a challenge is nothing because at the end of the day, I'm never going to quit, and not quitting is a big part. But that comes with that game of football and just my personality in general. If I start something, I'm not done until I finish. So it's like if I get in this club, I'm not leaving the club. I'm gonna make it work, and you can make anything work if you put your mind to it. And that's not just a cliche thing. It's like what's I don't know. It's just I try not to complain. I try to just, like I said, always know that everything happens for a reason. Everything I do shall prosper. So it really ain't even that big a deal once you know that. So,
Well said. Well said. I had something else to say, but it went away just listening to you talk. So we're gonna hit a couple more questions in the comments. Here come your. Oh, that's your papa. He said, "What is his diet? What is he eating?"
oh, all right. So I start the day off. I wake up, eat like I eat a fruit. So like say blueberry, apple, and then or strawberries, and then I'll eat like some oatmeal with avocado toast or something like that. If
Mm,
I don't have enough time, I just do some avocado toast and fruit. But then for as a snack, I'll eat like mixed nuts, like cashews, almonds, peanuts, hazelnuts, or I'll do pistachios because that got protein. Um,
mm.
what else is a snack? I can't really think of nothing else. Like basic stuff. Then for lunch, I have like a salad with like a sandwich that got like the stuff with protein, avocado, spinach, cucumber, vegan mayonnaise on some wheat bread or whatever. I'll meal plan sometimes, so I have bean dip or just plant based stuff that give me protein, whatever. Then for dinner, I'll really make some. Like last night, I just had some quinoa with mushrooms, peppers, avocado, and roasted chickpeas up there. So it's like it really is not that hard. You just
Dedicated.
gotta put your mind to it, and if you feel better, I'm telling you. When I stopped eating meat, I was feeling so light. I was able to just go over and over. Like I go work out with some people because I worked out by myself. Like for once COVID hit, that's when I started working out. And I worked out from since COVID till high school by myself. And when I got there, I noticed like I'm way past everybody. Like I would work out with a group of people that's doing great. They do great on the field. They do great. And it's not knocking what they do, but I work out with them and it's like I'm moving way faster than them in the workouts. I'm still have energy while they dead tired. And it's like, it's because of what we eating. Like, it has nothing to do with our skill, what we doing. It's just what we eating. So
What you putting in your body?
yeah, and all I drink is water, so that's another thing. So that really impacts a lot. That's how I'm able to do certain things.
Yeah. Marquita said, "So no more cereal."
Oh no! I got my vegan cereal. I found a vegan cereal at Walmart. I forgot the brand. I mean no Kroger. I forgot the brand, but I got that. So just it's I forgot the brand. Dang, I can't think of it. But no, I got my vegan cereal. So that ain't gone.
All right, we're starting to wind down and wrap it up. I got one more question about football before we move along, and it's a question that explains a lot about what you learn, and it gives feedback on your coaches. Mainly, so your dad and me are still coaching. So I don't know. It's how was your coaching on the youth level playing for me and your dad your last couple of years? How did it prepare you for the next level, if it prepared you for the next level? And then on the back end of that, for our say so knowledge, we can talk about that on air too. What you think we need to change or do far as coaching, since you'd have been to the next level and you'd have been around different coaching? Do you think our coaching is on the right path to get the kids ready for the next level, even though we don't win championships every year?
Okay. I say with y'all when I was playing under y'all, people said what they wanted to say, but at the end of the day, y'all prepared us for the next level. Like the way our practice went, how my dad would have us do the dynamic warm ups, have us doing the fast pace. Well, he didn't. He taught us how to do it first. So at first it was slow pace, but we figured out how to warm our bodies up the correct way,
One of the
not doing
first round
cool
years
down,
to do it.
not doing cool down stretches before we started practicing, but warming up the body with dynamic stretches and moving and getting in line and being in sync. And it was like at the time I didn't know the importance of that, but when you get to the next level, that's all they do. And we wouldn't even know that. We used to get in the circle and go 1, 2, 3. That ain't what they do at the next level. And then the way he would call the offense really prepared me for the next level. Like I don't struggle at all with any system because though his system was universal. I forgot what they call that type of system, but where you can
Modified play calling.
yeah. You can call the play by with
Or we do a
anything.
little coaching around here now, regardless of what the people say.
So it's like he prepared me with the signals and stuff. We would call the stuff from the sideline. So that was easy. That part he taught me all about what I know about football. And then when it came to you taught me how to deal with players, deal with how to teach somebody something in a correct way or how to get somebody going. I remember you used to just go to somebody, talk in their ear, next minute they blowing my head open. And it was that just taught me like just the behind the scenes of that, and it really prepared me for the next level because I really appreciate the fact that I knew what I was talking about when I went to high school, and all I had to do was just tune up on some stuff, get used to the speed, get used to the just reading the defense, but right before the play start, having to hurry up and get everybody. Like high school was crazy, especially considering where the program had just came from when I got there. So
I think, being at handed rough challenges through the youth years, them couple of years prepared you in that way also. Like you said, we was younger, smaller. It was rough. You was
yeah,
used to running around, having to make plays, the line. So, I always say, and I'm just say this. I always tell everybody, man, this is my favorite quarterback of all times. Yeah, even over Patrick Mahomes. This is my favorite quarterback. But because I see it, I watch with my eyes, like it's not. I don't care if somebody come in and they could do the drill. They got a stronger arm. They got a better throwing motion. They faster the whole nine. When you put the 22 dogs on the field and the shells get to flying and the helmets get to popping, he don't get rattled, man. He gonna make the play happen and he gonna make something out of nothing. That's where he gonna separate himself from everybody else. And then when you go through the practice part, he's a true leader. Like I had the privilege and the honor to coach you since you was 5 years old, all the way to 14. So I seen it all. You know what I mean? On both sides of the ball. Yeah, we talking about the offense side, but both sides, like people don't even know you may be a better defender than you are on offense. Like it's scary because of the passion and the aggression you play with. You can't teach that. Nobody understand.
Hmm.
But we're gonna leave sports alone for that because we're just going over. Like we said, congratulations to Miss Maya on her accomplishments. Also, because I see y'all push each other and y'all do well. But on your end, how does it feel to either shoot, you graduate top, in the top 10? I forgot what number, but you're a single digit. So how does it feel to graduate in the top of your class?
It feels like I'm glad I was on my grades because it believe it or not, it started before I even took it that seriously because when you come in ninth grade year, you start out, if you get all A's, you 4.0 off rip.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if you took a high school class in the eighth grade, that counted too. But like, I'm glad I had caught it before it was too late because once I started taking AP classes to get my GPA up, but them AP classes I remember AP history, world history. I won't taking notes that year, so I had a B, but then I failed the exam like D. I had a D. Well, that's not a fail, but in my eyes, that's fail.
Mm-hmm.
D. So I ended up getting a C in the class. That dropped my GPA down to a 3.8, and like when the college coaches started coming, they was like, "That's a good GPA, whatever, whatever." But then when you start seeing the money, you're like, "Oh, a bigger GPA, give me more money." Then you got
Money.
then you got the fact that really all it takes is to apply yourself. Like I more value the fact that I made it to the top 8 while still doing great in sports. Like if I ain't do all this other stuff I was doing in school, the GPA really don't matter. Like if somebody can have a 4.0 and then another person have 4.0, but if you ain't doing activities and sports and stuff, you can get accepted. They gonna get accepted over you because you ain't do nothing. So it's like
Definitely.
the GPA really you just gotta apply yourself to get it, but being able to maintain it while also doing all those activities, that comes with time management, sacrifice, priorities, and that I do appreciate the fact that I was able to be pushed by Maya because she is the valedictorian, so she was used to that. She was used to doing her work over everything else, so I had to get used to it too. So yeah.
I do. I said I know I said I was done with the football and we went over to the topic, but I do want to speak on this. Yeah, all your hard work has paid off. Um, how does it feel to stay at Heritage and ride the course through? You started off rough with the COVID year 5 games. The next year, just with the shooting and the COVID, a couple of times you only played 5 games. So technically, you still got like a year left for high school football. But how does it feel to stay at Heritage when everybody else around you wanted you to? Well, not everybody. A lot of people wanted you to leave. Like we used to get calls, emails all the time. Come to this school, go to this school, get him out of there. He ain't gonna win one game. He'll never do this. He'll never do that. And shit, man. I'm gonna just say, your junior year, y'all made it to the playoffs at 6-4. But what y'all did this year was amazing. How y'all turned it around. Started off slow, then turned it around and handle your business. So, how does it feel to know that you said when you went here, this was your words? I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna turn this school around. It's gonna be my school, my team, and I'm staying here. And my mom was like, "Nah, we could do something different if it don't work." So, how does it feel to stay to that course? Came out great.
that like staying there was like I ain't mind doing it at all because like I said at the beginning, taking the challenge is nothing. Like I don't want to go somewhere and leave or quit and run. Like that's not me at all. And even though yeah, for some people it looked like it works and oh it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work. You leaving. You're running. You know like I take it seriously. I take taking the challenge seriously. I take coming over and getting through that adversity seriously because that's how you grow. Like you're you I feel like it's easy to run to somewhere and be a part of something, but it's harder to make something. It's harder to establish something. It's harder to make something out of nothing. And it's like I got there and it was just a bad culture when it came to athletics, period. And the school was just turning around at like each year it was just getting better and better. It was like Miss Plecker came in and was taking the stuff more seriously, and she had to adapt to what the school had. Like we had too much skill to not be doing what we were doing. It just was the culture. It was the attitudes. It was the people not wanting to come and play. But when they see, okay, we got somebody that really is trying, I'm gonna go join him. I'm gonna join them. I had Jordan with me through the whole time. He didn't leave either. He could have
Shout out
left.
to Jordan
Yep, Jordan could have left. He didn't leave.
Cunningham.
He shoot. We both stayed there, led the team since we was freshmen. So it's like we stayed there, and I'm glad we did because we did what nobody thought we could. Nobody
Mhm.
thought we could make it to the regional champ. Nobody thought that we'd be able to win any playoff game. We came out there and we shocked them, and it felt great. It felt when we beat Hopewell, it felt amazing because we worked for that. Nobody else thought we could do it. Nobody helped us. Nobody did nothing for us. We earned it ourselves. We had people who was there from the jump that knew like we can do it if we just put our mind to it. We did it. And the coaching staff turned around the last year as well. Added some new coaches, people who cared for us, people who cared for the players on the team because that's what mattered. It's not a we had people who band together who valued the little stuff, and that's all that matters for real. And I'm glad I did stay because if I would have left, I would have missed out on that great opportunity, that great life lesson.
That's
So
right. We all got our own path to go down. So we're gonna wind it up. And like I said, I know soon you'll be moving forward to do this college journey, and you'll be going to. For those that don't know, he has chosen to go to William and Mary. That's where he'll be going. So look like I'll be a Tribe fan. As long as he's there, hopefully we ride it out. Whatever. I'm a Tribe fan. So I know every student when they go off, they got that list. So if I have another kid on, we'll do the same thing. Derrick has a wish list of things he need. He probably be mad at me for sharing it, but hey, that's what we do here on Listen to Pleasure, man. We all grow together and we all family. So I made a link of his college list of things he need. And if anybody can help out or want to help out, you can click on that link
appreciate it.
and you can purchase anything and it'll be sent directly to him. Some of the things you can get more than one. Like I don't know, maybe it's soap, tissue, mouthwash. We need a lot of that. You know, things of that nature. Also, Derek, you can put your link down in the comments, and that way they can have it and see it, and we could go from there. And let's see, check these comments before we get out of here. Righty. All right, so we're gonna go off. Yes, sir. Knox said, great season. My man Jay McFadden said, hard work, dedication pays off. Continue to be a great young man. Carlito said, congratulations. Keep pushing, young man. TJ Counselor said, DJ and Jordan, my football base. Is that Miss Jones, the infamous Miss Jones? Hey, Miss Jones. Now I sound like radio from the movie. Hey, Miss Jones.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Jones. She was a big part in my high school experience as well. Like
Yes,
big
sir.
she helped me just she does so much around the school. She helped not just me, like she said, Jordan, Maya. It's a couple other students in the school that she just take us around different colleges. We done been on about 20 college tours in the past 2 years, and no, this year alone, my bad, this year alone 20 colleges, and it's just
She
like,
definitely put that work in.
and she put together workshops, just things that help us be prepared for the next level, taking us to house tours, learning how to buy cars, learning insurance, learning how to buy houses, learning how to invest. She really helped us out. She helped me plenty. Oh yeah,
You got Tina on here. She said, "Hey," she said she love and miss you dearly.
miss you too.
Jay said, "Drop that link in his inbox when you get a chance." Yes, sir. Oh, coach, the great coach from Heritage, which I appreciate what Woodleaf did for you. But this was the man we was when we was young. We used to talk to. We wanted to play for Massenburg. Say, message him that link. 5800 family.
Appreciate that.
Miss Jones, keep moving. Oh yeah, Master just said they said he wish he could have coached. We wish so too, Coach. Bruce said congratulations. Vonda said amazing. Um, it was a great interview. I'm glad I got the chance to sit down and talk to you, let you talk your talk. Maybe people see a different side of you. And anything else you say before we close out? Because if not, I got my little sin, and we're gonna call it a night.
I thank you for allowing me to be up here and talk. Be the first episode of your podcast. I'm ready to see how much it grow. I love the you had a vision and now it's here. So that's cool. I just want to say I thank God for allowing me to reach so many people and be able to do what I'm doing, and I just thank him for allowing me to be able to go off and play D1 college football like I said I was going to do from the beginning. So it's just a blessing, and it's a great situation. And like I said, I thank you for allowing me to be up here and speak.
I'm glad you came on. Like I said, we're always looking for co-hosts, guests that want to interview, or somebody just want to tell their story, whatever. Like I said, it's not your traditional podcast. We're gonna talk about everything from A to Z. We're gonna talk about topics that need to be talked about. Some are gonna get a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. At the end of the day, we just need to communicate. So I need everybody that's looking, whether you see this, you hear this, or you come back later, please go to our YouTube channel, like, click, and subscribe. Do the same thing to our Facebook page and the same thing to our Instagram. The more we grow, the more we could do. And our closing line, I always say, and this is my thing, may the wind always be at your back and the sun always upon your face. And may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Until next time, listen to pleasure. Keep on listening. And of course, with pleasure. Y'all be good.